And more troubling news in the Navy's tainted water crisis.
We're continuing to track this, and KITV4's Kristen Concilio has been covering this from the beginning. She's reporting on the latest water samples from the State Department of Health.
New tests revealed today dangerously high petroleum levels in the Navy's Red Hill shaft. The tests found diesel-like chemicals at 140,000 parts per billion, 350 times the safety limit, and gasoline-like chemicals at 20,000 parts per billion, more than 66 times safe drinking limits. Lawmakers grilled health and military officials on why it's taken so long to detect the petroleum.
And you saw how detrimental this has been to all of them. I mean, you would feel the same way I am about why this is taking so long and why we have this knee-jerk reaction instead of legally you have the authority to assure that this water is safe, and we have fallen down on that.
The latest samples from the Navy's Red Hill shaft were taken on December 5th. Just 2 days ago, the health department reported diesel fuel levels more than double safe limits in water samples collected at the Navy's Aiea Halava shaft. Acting State Governor Josh Green says he's met with military officials over the past 2 days in an attempt to convince the Navy to remove the fuel from the underground storage tanks at Red Hill.
The long game has been to repair the tanks. Well, I don't even think that people will tolerate waiting any longer. So we have to accelerate our response, and that's for the good of all of us.
Trace levels of other petroleum chemicals were also found in samples from the Aliyah Manu Child Development Center and private residences on the Navy's water system. Green's urging the federal government to issue an emergency declaration to get more resources to help in disaster relief.
It has to be viewed as a threat as large as a nuclear facility. You have to have so many safeguards that you can't really tolerate any kind of accident. And this fuel, if it gets into the aquifer, would have decades worth of impact. There is a crisis of confidence right now that we can keep the aquifer and families safe. And confidence and that kind of sense of security is almost as important as just the pure water itself.
Kristen Concilio, KITV4 Island News.